once a shining star in fintech. It had the big names on board: Elon Musk, Peter Thiel. Now, it's struggling to maintain its stock value and its reputation. The company seems to have always been in the spotlight for all of the wrong reasons. Its recent scandal with the Honey app, where its partners and influencers, such as Mr. Beast, were potentially scammed out of millions in affiliate commissions, may be the final nail in PayPal's coffin. PayPal had already been facing a constant threat from competitors such as Venmo, Apple Pay, and Stripe. In its early days, its board voted to fire Elon Musk in an overnight secret board meeting, while Musk was off on his honeymoon. Then, it sold to eBay, then spun off from eBay. Now, it is uncertain which direction the company will take, but watch as we unravel the dark truths behind the company we know as PayPal. Our story begins not in Silicon Valley, but 90 miles from Chernobyl, where a young Max Levchin lived as a nuclear disaster unfolded. For his Jewish family living in Soviet Russia, this catastrophe would become the final push to seek a new life in America. A decision that would ultimately help reshape the future of money itself. As the Soviet Union crumbled in 1991, Max's family emigrated to Chicago. There, a gift would change his life: his first computer. While other teenagers were playing games, Max taught himself programming, laying the foundation for what would become a financial revolution. By 1998, Max had made his way to Palo Alto, California. Silicon Valley was transforming from orchards to office parks as young entrepreneurs rushed to stake their claim in the digital gold rush. But Max's breakthrough moment came from an unexpected source: trying to escape the California heat by napping in an air-conditioned lecture hall. The lecturer that day was Peter Thiel, a Stanford law graduate who had already found success as a hedge fund manager. Instead of sleeping, Max found himself captivated by Thiel's vision of the future. After the lecture, he cornered Peter with an idea that would change both their lives. To understand why their idea was revolutionary, we need to grasp how broken the financial system was in 1999. Sending money across borders meant dealing with multiple banks, waiting days or weeks, and paying excessive fees. In the digital age, money was still moving at the speed of paper. Max and Peter's first attempt to solve this problem was delightfully simple. They wanted to let people beam money between Palm Pilots, the smartphones of their era. They called their company Confinity, merging confidence and infinity. The vision was bold: create a new kind of digital currency that could move as easily as sending an email. But their journey took an unexpected turn when they added what seemed like a minor feature: the ability to send money via email in case someone forgot their Palm Pilot. This backup feature would prove to be their greatest innovation. Meanwhile, a revolution was happening in online commerce. eBay was creating a global marketplace where strangers could buy and sell anything. But there was a problem. How could buyers safely pay sellers they'd never meet? Most people were literally mailing cash and checks across the country, hoping they wouldn't get scammed. What happened next defied all expectations. eBay sellers discovered PayPal and began spreading it like wildfire. The growth was staggering: 10,000 new users every day. The team had stumbled upon something unprecedented: a way to create trust between strangers on the internet. In those early days, PayPal employees would actually go on eBay, buy items using PayPal, then immediately resell those same items, paying themselves with PayPal. This created artificial transaction volume to demonstrate the system worked. But in the company's office just across the hall, another entrepreneur had an even bigger vision. Elon Musk, fresh from selling his first company Zip2 for millions, wasn't interested in just moving money. He wanted to completely reinvent banking. His company, X.com, aimed to be the world's first online bank that would handle every financial need, from checking accounts to stock trading. In a twist of fate, these two companies found themselves sharing an office building in Palo Alto, watching each other's explosive growth with growing concern. Both were losing millions by giving away free money to attract users. Both knew only one could ultimately win. In March 2000, at the height of the dot-com bubble, the inevitable happened. X.com and Confinity merged, bringing together two brilliant but conflicting visions. Musk's dream of a complete digital bank and PayPal's focus on simple money transfers. The marriage would prove to be as volatile as it was necessary. The tension came to a head in October 2000. While Musk was away on his first vacation in years, the board made their move. In a dramatic boardroom coup, they appointed Peter Thiel as the new CEO. The PayPal we know today was born, but the story was far from over. By 2002, PayPal had achieved the impossible, creating trust in digital payments. But their success had created a powerful enemy, the very platform that had helped them grow. PayPal was now handling payments for 75% of all eBay auctions, while eBay's own payment system, BillPoint, struggled at just 27%. As CEO of eBay, Meg Whitman once said, "PayPal was beating us at our own game, and we knew it." The student had become the master, and eBay faced a difficult choice: continue fighting a losing battle or acquire their greatest rival. In July 2002, eBay announced the acquisition of PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock. For PayPal's investors, it was a triumph. For its founders, it marked the end of an era. Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, and most of the original team departed within months. The transformation was swift and absolute. PayPal's innovative startup culture, which had produced daily breakthroughs, collided with eBay's corporate machinery. The focus shifted from revolution to regulation, from disruption to risk management. Under eBay's ownership, PayPal expanded internationally, but at a cost. The system that had been designed for speed now moved with corporate caution. Every new feature required multiple approvals. Every market expansion faced months of legal review. The consequences of this cultural shift became evident in PayPal's treatment of its users. The company began freezing accounts at unprecedented rates, often holding funds for 180 days with minimal explanation. What had started as a necessary fraud prevention measure became a systematic approach to risk management. This new corporate caution reached its peak in 2010 when PayPal blocked donations to WikiLeaks, demonstrating how far the company had strayed from its original mission of financial freedom. The decision sparked global protests and highlighted the dangers of centralized financial control. PayPal's shift toward conservative corporate policies created an opening for new competitors. Jack Dorsey's Square and the Collison brothers' Stripe emerged with a clear message. They would be everything PayPal used to be: fast, developer-friendly, and innovative. As smartphones transformed commerce, these new competitors moved quickly. While PayPal deliberated, Square and Stripe released developer tools that made it easy to accept payments in apps and websites. The innovation that had once defined PayPal was happening elsewhere. The numbers told a complex story. Under eBay, PayPal's revenue grew from $1.5 billion to $8 billion. But beneath these impressive figures, a crucial weakness was developing. PayPal was becoming less relevant to a new generation of digital businesses. By 2013, PayPal had become synonymous with customer frustration. The company that had once prided itself on solving problems quickly now had a labyrinthine customer service system that often left users without answers for weeks. The tension between eBay's careful corporate approach and PayPal's need for innovation was becoming unsustainable. Something had to give. By 2014, PayPal had become too big for eBay to contain. The subsidiary was processing more than $200 billion in annual payments and growing twice as fast as its parent company. Wall Street analysts began asking a pointed question: was eBay holding PayPal back? Enter Carl Icahn, the activist investor known for shaking up corporate America. Icahn began accumulating eBay shares with a clear demand: split PayPal into an independent company. His argument was simple. PayPal needed the freedom to forge partnerships with eBay's competitors. After months of resistance, eBay's board reached a stunning conclusion. Icahn was right. In September 2014, eBay announced it would spin off PayPal into an independent company. The divorce would cost hundreds of millions in restructuring, but the potential reward was worth it. To lead this new era, PayPal recruited Dan Schulman, a veteran of American Express and Virgin Mobile. Schulman understood both traditional finance and digital innovation. His mission was clear: transform PayPal from an internet payment button into a full-service digital financial platform. The timing was critical. Mobile commerce was exploding, and new competitors were everywhere. Apple Pay had launched with the iPhone 6. Google was pushing its own payment system, and a new generation of financial technology startups was targeting every aspect of PayPal's business. PayPal's first major move was to fully integrate Venmo, a mobile payment app it had acquired through its purchase of Braintree. Venmo's original prototype was built because its founders got tired of splitting rent checks. The first version was just a text message system that let roommates pay each other back. While PayPal was seen as their parents' payment method, Venmo had captured the millennial market. The app processed $8 billion in payments its first year under PayPal, with users even turning the word Venmo into a verb. But Venmo was just the beginning. Under Schulman, PayPal embarked on the largest acquisition spree in its history. The company spent over $7 billion acquiring companies like iZettle, a European competitor to Square, and Xoom, which specialized in international money transfers. The crown jewel of this acquisition strategy was Honey, a browser extension that helped online shoppers find deals and track prices. At $4 billion, it was PayPal's largest acquisition ever. The vision was compelling: integrate Honey's shopping tools with PayPal's payment network to create a complete commerce platform. But vision and reality would prove to be very different things. Meanwhile, the competitive landscape was becoming more challenging. Stripe had become the preferred payment processor for software developers. Square had captured small businesses with its card readers and point-of-sale systems. And traditional banks had finally caught up, offering instant transfers between accounts at no cost. PayPal's response was to push into new territories: cryptocurrency trading, buy now, pay later services, and even exploring its own stablecoin. But each new venture brought new challenges. The company that had once moved fast and broke things now had to navigate complex regulations while protecting billions in daily transactions. Most concerning was a growing disconnect with users. Despite all the new features and acquisitions, PayPal's customer satisfaction scores were declining. The company that had revolutionized online trust was now struggling to maintain it. In November 2019, PayPal made its biggest bet ever: a $4 billion acquisition of Honey, a browser extension that helped shoppers find deals online. The price raised eyebrows across Silicon Valley. PayPal was paying more than 10 times Honey's annual revenue, betting that combining shopping tools with payment processing would create a commerce powerhouse. To understand what went wrong, we need to understand how Honey actually made money. When online creators share product links, they often include special tracking codes that earn them a commission when their viewers make purchases. This affiliate marketing system has become a crucial source of income for content creators across the internet. In late 2024, a YouTube creator known as Megalag made a startling discovery. While investigating why affiliate earnings had dropped, he found evidence that Honey was systematically removing creators' affiliate codes and replacing them with its own. The implications were staggering. Megalag's investigation revealed that when users installed the Honey browser extension, it would silently modify product links as users browsed the internet. Content creators who had spent years building audiences and sharing genuine product recommendations were having their commissions quietly diverted to Honey, and by extension, to PayPal. Subsequently, on December 29, 2024, attorney and YouTuber Devin Stone, known as Legal Eagle, filed a class action lawsuit against PayPal in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California. The lawsuit alleges that Honey's practices violate California's unfair competition law and interfere with creators' business relationships. The lawsuit states that not only was Honey hijacking affiliate commissions, but also that it was manipulating price history data to make discounts appear more significant than they actually were. The plaintiffs seek compensation for affected creators and an injunction to prevent Honey from continuing these practices. The impact rippled through the creator economy. Thousands of content creators discovered they had potentially lost millions in commissions. The practice had allegedly been going on for years, affecting everyone from small reviewers to major tech channels. But the affiliate link hijacking wasn't Honey's only alleged deception. The lawsuit claimed the extension would show inflated original prices to make its discounts seem more impressive. A $100 item might be displayed with an original price of $150, making Honey's offered discount appear more significant than it actually was. Lowest price deception. Honey would enter into agreements with creators, and creators could choose a setting to not offer the lowest discount possible, but let's say offer only the 5% discount offer. Honey would then tell the consumers who were signing up that Honey would find the lowest price offer, and both statements simply cannot be true. If Honey is honoring the creators' wish to only offer the small discount, knowing that there is a larger discount offer that is published elsewhere. PayPal's response to the allegations was notably silent. The company that had once prided itself on transparency now faced accusations of systematically deceiving both consumers and content creators. The $4 billion acquisition was rapidly becoming a liability. The market's reaction was swift. PayPal's stock, already under pressure from broader market challenges, fell further as investors grappled with the implications of the lawsuit. The company that had revolutionized online payments was now being accused of profiting from deceptive practices. The Honey scandal erupted amid other controversies. PayPal was already facing criticism for its handling of user accounts, with increasing reports of arbitrary account freezes and poor customer service. The company had also stumbled with its controversial misinformation policy, which proposed fining users $2,500 for spreading misinformation, a policy it quickly retracted after public outrage. Meanwhile, competition intensified. Apple Pay and Google Pay gained momentum in mobile payments. Block, formerly Square, expanded beyond small businesses. Stripe dominated online payments for developers. Each competitor seemed to be executing better in their chosen market than PayPal could manage across its increasingly scattered portfolio. The cumulative effect on customer trust was severe. The company that had once solved the problem of trusting strangers on the internet was now facing a crisis of trust itself. Each new revelation seemed to confirm a growing suspicion. At PayPal's San Jose headquarters, the lights still burned late into the night. But the company that once defined the future of money now faces an uncertain tomorrow. To understand the challenges ahead, we need to examine how the digital payment landscape has fundamentally shifted. 20 years ago, PayPal solved a crucial problem: how to send money safely over the internet. Today, that problem has dozens of solutions. Apple Pay leverages the ubiquity of iPhones, turning every device into a digital wallet. Stripe focuses on developers, making it simple to build payment systems into any application. Block, formerly Square, serves small businesses with elegant simplicity. These competitors haven't just fragmented the market, they've redefined what users expect from financial services. A Gen Z consumer might use Venmo to split dinner with friends, Apple Pay for in-store purchases, and Block's Cash App for cryptocurrency investments. Each service excels in its niche, while PayPal attempts to be everything to everyone. But PayPal faces a deeper challenge than competition. The company's original innovation wasn't technological, it was social. PayPal created trust between strangers on the internet. After years of account freezes, poor customer service, and the recent Honey scandal, that trust has been severely damaged. In the digital age, trust is easier to lose than money. Meanwhile, another revolution is brewing. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, promises to remove intermediaries entirely. Instead of trusting companies like PayPal, users could rely on transparent, automated systems. Smart contracts could handle complex financial agreements without human intervention. These technologies remain experimental, but they represent a fundamental challenge to PayPal's business model. The numbers tell a sobering story. PayPal's market share in digital payments has steadily declined. Transaction fees, once a reliable profit center, face pressure from competitors offering lower rates. The company's stock price has fallen over 80% from its peak, suggesting investors are skeptical about its ability to adapt. Industry experts see three potential paths forward. The first is acquisition. PayPal could be absorbed by a larger tech or financial company, using its massive user base to bolster their own payment ambitions. The second is division, breaking up the company to create more focused entities, perhaps spinning off Venmo as a separate social payments platform. The third path would require PayPal to rediscover its revolutionary spirit. This would mean streamlining its sprawling product lineup, rebuilding trust through transparency, and finding new ways to add value in an increasingly competitive market. After years of pursuing growth through acquisitions, can PayPal recapture its startup mindset? But perhaps the most profound question isn't about PayPal at all. As we move toward Web3 and decentralized systems, do we still need trusted intermediaries to handle our money? Or are we witnessing the twilight of centralized financial platforms altogether? The stakes extend far beyond one company's future. PayPal's story forces us to confront fundamental questions about trust, innovation, and the nature of money itself. In a world where anyone can create a payment system, what makes one more trustworthy than another? As financial technology evolves, will convenience trump security, or can we have both? Inside PayPal's headquarters, teams still work to shape the future of finance. But unlike 20 years ago, they're no longer alone in that mission. PayPal's revolution has transformed trust in an increasingly interconnected world. Their expansion from 40 to 40,000 per second transactions has created an environment where trust is simultaneously essential and elusive.